Okay, here we are outside with the CR24, which I've named Lil Jeezy. Lil Jeezy got some bling going on there. And what we're going to demonstrate right now is how this nifty little vehicle performs with just a couple of simple upgrades. Namely, bumper delete, aluminum shocks, and the all-important, there we go, steel drive shafts. The steel drive shafts are more important than I can even begin to describe. This thing broke 2 front drive shafts in a matter of a week. Maybe actually a couple days. These things are definitely a lifesaver, but on top of that, it reins in a lot of the extra power this thing has due to a lack of proper gearing. Anyway, with those aluminum shocks in particular, the articulation on this thing is just insane now, and it rides the uneven surfaces like a champ. So here we go. Now, there are 2 different routes that this path can take. You can either go up this windy path, or you can climb this vertical surface right here. And the funny thing is, it will do it. It's a bit of a struggle, but it will do it. I have another vehicle that basically makes this obstacle look like it isn't even here, and it just basically goes straight over it. It's hilarious. All the same, I'm going to save the vertical cliff for the vehicle that doesn't struggle with it, because this one definitely does. One of its biggest downfalls are its transaxle casings. Front and rear axle pumpkins are just, they're really nicely shaped as far as a scale look to them, but when it comes to actual trail performance, it's a hindrance. Like I said, it looks really nifty, it looks realistic, but it's got so many different edges on it that it constantly gets hung up. But I'm determined, for the time being, to keep Lil Jeezy here on the stock tire sizes. I let my finger go into the reverse trigger. Ah, yikes. Okay. One of the other big downfalls of this vehicle is the fact that its programming is not really set up, nor is its gearing set up for crawling. It has okay response, but it's got the worst response out of my 3 crawlers, that's for sure. So it takes a bit of patience and understanding. Alright, so we're going to come down over the edge. Whoop. Into the tunnel. Also, because it sits so low, the center brace where the motor and the transmission sits, it gets hung up on stuff too. But that's just a matter of it sitting so low. I am tempted to put monster tires on this one, but I think it, I don't know, it kind of defies the character of the vehicle. It really seems to go better with its small wheels, in my opinion. But I know those CR18 tires will make this thing basically climb anything. Now this path over here, it seems like I'm just wandering around, but underneath that grass, there's all kinds of crazy little divots. And if you don't watch what you're doing, you're going to flip the vehicle over real quick. So it does take a bit of attention to detail right there. You got to know where you're at, especially right there. What do you mean right there? Well, right there is a giant hole in the ramp that I'm about to go up, and if I get my tire stuck in it, I am not getting up this thing. It will grab me every time. So we're heading up to Nosedive Bluff. And clear. Look at that, it was practically on its side and it didn't fall over. I love these shocks. These shocks are unreal. The aluminum shocks that are a stock not stock, but they're manufacturer upgrade for this vehicle, Hobby Plus, are just phenomenal. Now, our little friend here has the most problems with this pass as well, which I sound like a broken record. It's basically, between my 3 crawlers, I've decided that I've got 3 different modes of gameplay. I've got normal mode, I've got easy mode, and I've got hard mode. And this is definitely hard mode. I guarantee you that's the transaxle pumpkin that's getting hung up right there. Alright. We have muscled our way through. And now we're coming up on the piece de resistance, the cliffhanger special. It's going to be really tricky riding this edge, controlling this thing with one hand. But, I mean, really, that thing just, the articulation, the motor control is really poor, but I have the upgrade kit from Hobby Plus. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, it's probably about to fall over. But jeez, look at that. Ooh. Someone else is having fun too. Good for them. Oh. There we go. Oh my God. No, that's definitely gonna fall over. That's definitely gonna fall over. Boom. Okay. Well, we're gonna get one of the hand of God resets here. That was my fault. I was just playing it a little too risky, but I mean, really, there's no freaking way this vehicle does that on stock suspension. It doesn't do it. I guarantee you. I know, because I've tried many times. There's no way that thing does this like that. It just doesn't do that. The level of control you get when you get these aluminum shocks, Hobby Plus should hire me as a rep to talk about this, because I mean, really, that it's such an underrated upgrade. Look at that. Did you look at that. It just walked right through that. God, I love that. That is so cool. Oh. Battery cut out. Fair enough. We've been here long enough. Well, I hope you've enjoyed it. I know I have. Peace.